Hi everyone. For those of you that might not know me, although I know we saw a lot of each other over the lockdown learning periods, I'm Mrs. Clark and I'm one of the Year 2 teachers at SEAL. I teach in Dragonflies class. So I'm going to do a little assembly for you today, and we're going to have one a week for the next few weeks. And we're going to be thinking about the new things that we have been trying to do in our journals. And there are two new things that we've been trying to do at the end of every lesson. So we have been trying to write or say an evaluation. And we have also been trying to write or say a reflection. Now, those two words are quite fancy pants, aren't they? They're quite long and hard to remember. So our assemblies are going to help us to learn what evaluations are and what reflections are. And hopefully we will then be able to write some of our own really, really well. So I'm going to share with you my PowerPoint, and then we can have a look at what we're going to be looking at today. Okay. So the first thing we are going to do is today we're going to focus on evaluation. So we're going to ignore reflection for today. We're just going to think about what evaluation means. We're going to use our know, show, grow to help us. So today we're going to learn to know what evaluation is. So by the end of it, we should be able to remember what that is. So to be able to do that, we're going to need to firstly define what evaluation is, so to be able to say what it is. And we're going to list some different vocabulary, so know some different words that also mean the same as evaluation to help us understand more about what it is. So have a look at this picture here. I wonder if you could pause the video and tell the person next to you, what do you think evaluation is based on this picture? Off you go. Do you know, I wish I was in all your classes now hearing your responses, but I hope you have said something along the lines of evaluation is when you look at something and you think about what you did well. So you ask yourself, what have I done well? How did I do at that? So evaluation is thinking about what went well and how did you do? What was good? Were there any things you weren't sure about? That's what evaluation means. So let's have a little go at an example so that we can try and do a bit of evaluating to help us understand further what it means. So I would like you all to make sure in front of you, you have a piece of paper, piece of scrap paper, a pencil and a ruler. Very important. So make sure you've got all of those things before you move on. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a go at drawing a rectangle. Now don't go ahead, because we want it to be the best rectangle that it can be. So we need to think about how we're going to do that. So to be able to draw a rectangle, you need to know quite a few things. So look at my learning label and my success criteria here. So we need to be able to say how many sides a rectangle has. I wonder if you can call out to me, how many sides does a rectangle have? I wonder if you already knew that. Not going to give you the answer. Next one, I need to state what length the sides of a rectangle are. So I wonder if you know how long the different sides of a rectangle need to be. And the last one, I can use a ruler to draw straight lines. Very impressive. So looking at these three things, knowing how many sides a rectangle has, what length the sides of a rectangle are, and using a ruler to draw straight lines. I would like you to pause the video and have a go at drawing the best rectangle you can. Off you go. Did you do it? I hope so. Right, so let's think then about our rectangles. Have a look at yours now and let's evaluate our rectangles. Tell your partner, what did evaluate mean? Hopefully you said evaluate means what went well. So have a look at your rectangle. What do you think? Give me a thumbs up if you have used and you have got 4 sides of your rectangle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a thumbs up if you've got 4 sides to your rectangle. Give me a thumbs up if your rectangle has 2 sides, which are the same length, 2 long sides, and then it has 2 short sides. So you have 2 long sides and 2 short sides. Give me a thumbs up if you did that. And last one, give me a thumbs up if you think you did a great job of using a ruler to draw straight lines. Well done. So I want you to pause the video now and have a little class discussion. I want you to have a look at everybody's rectangles and decide who in your class has the best rectangle, and have a look at our success criteria. Why do you think theirs might be the best based on what they needed to do to draw a rectangle? So I want you to do that. Who has the best rectangle and why? And then also have a think and talk to your partner. Was there anything you found tricky when drawing your rectangle? So again, have a look at these 3 things. What part of our success criteria was tricky for you? So pause the video now. Whose was the best rectangle and why? And was there anything that you found tricky about your rectangle? Off you go. Brilliant. So hopefully you have managed to work out whose was the best rectangle and why, and also to say if there was anything you found tricky about yours. So you have evaluated, haven't you? You have said what went well, and you have said what might have been a little bit tricky. Okay, we're going to move on now to looking at some other words for evaluation. So we're going to do my turn, your turn. Are you ready? First word is rate. 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 So to rate something, so we might rate something as to how good it is. We might rate something out of 10. So say, I think that the new Marvel film is a 7 out of 10. I'm going to rate it as to how good it is. Our next word is assess. 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 So as teachers, we do a lot of assessing you. When you do your Read, Write, Ink assessments, we are seeing how well you've done on your reading, and we're assessing which group you should be in. Next word is judge. 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 So when Simon Cowell is on the X Factor and he is telling the people that are singing that they're not very good, he is judging them because he is saying things that maybe they're not very good at, but occasionally he does like one of them and he says what they've done well at. So you can also judge. And the last word is analyze. 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 Lovely. And the word analyze means to be a bit like a detective. So you are looking at your work and you are being a detective to analyze it to see what went well and what you weren't sure about. Okay, we're going to play a quick game of Kim's Game. Now, if you haven't played this before, I have got our 4 new words that also mean the same as evaluation. So we've got rate, we've got judge, we've got assess, and we've got analyze. So if you haven't played this before, I'm going to take one of them away and you need to work out which one it is. So have a look. Rate, judge, assess, analyze. I'm going to take one away. Which one have I taken away? Can you put your hands up and your teacher can get one of you to say which one it is? It was judge. Well done. Super. Okay, right. I'm going to pop judge back on there. I'm going to take one more of them away. Ready? Which one's disappeared? Can you call out to the screen? Which one's disappeared? It was rate. It was rate that disappeared. Well done. Right, last one. Ready? Take a look. Got rate, judge, assess, and analyze. Take one away. What is it? Can you call out to the screen? I hope I heard you all say analyze. Well done. That's fantastic. Teachers, if you've got any more time, you could play a game of Kim's Game in the classroom if you want to. So there are 4 words: rate, judge, assess, and analyze. And they are all different words that mean the same as to evaluate. So if you can't remember what evaluating means, you could think of one of these words. You could think about Simon Cowell being a judge on the X Factor and telling people how well they've done or how not so well they've done. Fantastic. Right, lastly, let's go back to our slideshow and let's just do an evaluation of our own to see whether we now know what evaluation is. So let's look. Here is our learning today to know what evaluation is. Can you all now say what evaluation is? Give me a thumbs up if you can. Tell your partner, what do you think evaluation means? Off you go. Hopefully you said it was to say if you've done what you've done well and how well you did at something. Secondly, can you list any of our different new words that also mean evaluation that we just learned playing Kim's Game? I wonder if you could tell your partner one of the new words we learned. Off you go. Good. Fantastic. So we now know what evaluation is, and we know some new words that also mean the same as it. So you might now want to come up as a class with just a quick sentence that says what you learnt, what went well, what you now know from watching our assembly today about evaluation. And teachers, if you do come up with a sentence, an evaluation, it'd be lovely if you could send them through to me and then I can see what we all decided our evaluation was about our assembly today, how well we did what we learnt. Brilliant. Right, have a lovely rest of your day and I will see you all in person soon if you're at Seal, and in Four Elms, hopefully I will see you all in person sometime in the not too distant future. Bye everybody.